Alright, after a 10-hour power failure, a second long one in 2 weeks, I'm in a real shitty mood, so I just blocked Greatex, the bastard. His response video was just idiotic. And he did this crap again. He blames the truth, the idea of being able to answer yes and no questions, like, is the world flat? We're not allowed to say, because that's the truth. You can't answer questions with an answer that you think is the truth. No, you have to just say, well, I opine that possibly it's flat, but I can't say for sure because everybody's entitled to their opinion. But he uses this crappy argument that somehow, the truth, because asshole religious idiots, fanatics, would kill people over their notion of the truth. That means it's the truth's fault. We have to get rid of the idea of truth, because see, that's the problem. The problem isn't people. The problem isn't the asshole individuals that he sanctifies. No, it's the goddamn truth. That's the problem. That's the root of all evil. Sorry, Greatex. What a pile of crap. What I'm really mad about is that you always do this bullshit. You throw in this word authority or something, and you keep bending the fucking argument into some argument that doesn't exist. I've got like 800 videos, and like in 700 of them I've said the word fucking democracy. There's no authoritarian philosophy anywhere near me. Okay, not even a touch of it. So fuck you and those implications. It really does piss me off. What I did in my video was explain that there's no fucking way we can interact in this world the correct way, the best way, the optimized way, the most efficient way. Maybe you don't even believe in those concepts. Unless we understand the fucking world, okay? If we don't understand it correctly, then we're no way going to interact with it properly, you dumb fuck. And your arrogance is just so despicable, because you'll sit there and yell out your window at people who might shoot some birds, and then you'll say how life doesn't matter or suffering doesn't matter. And then why the fuck are you arrogantly, authoritatively telling other people what they should think or what they should value? It seems pretty fucking hypocritical. It's just stupid to sit there and tell people that they have to be afraid of the concept of truth. I mean, it's a bankrupt, idiotic, moronic concept to say that there aren't definable truths in reality. And that's what science has been doing for 10,000 years, you fucking idiot, is defining those truths so we can interact with them, so we can land on the moon and do shit like that. Is because we describe reality, and then we have some hope of doing things correctly in it. You didn't sit there and argue any of the points made in my goddamn video. You just played it in other ways, pointless, idiotic, mass psychology bullshit games, and you didn't deal with the goddamn truths I was describing, what I theorized to be the truth, and you didn't pick them apart at all. I mean, even to start your video with some pronouncement, well, nature doesn't have any purpose. Well, that's the whole fucking point of my video. And that if we are going to do something purposeful, then we've got to figure out what means something in this world. And then you were stupid enough to say, suffering doesn't matter, and we can't know. And you did all the same old bullshit that, no, truth isn't about describing reality. No, it's about achieving agreement. Well, no, that's not what it's about. That's not its definition. That's not even what religion was after. These things were in the histories. Historically, that's what they were after. They just didn't have the brains to describe it well or correctly. And because you stupid humans aren't capable of doing something doesn't mean that more enlightened and more educated humans aren't capable. I mean, your logic is disgustingly flawed, and I don't know where this bullshit comes from. I mean, I know you're an anarchist at heart, but this is as silly as Luke 12,000 bullshit. You're just using these little, Steph body kind of phrases, non-initiation of violence, some other kind of bullshit, non-existence of truth principle, everybody is subjective principle. We can't even intellectualize anything because our intellectualizations are all fucked up by our subjective bullshit. I'm afraid not, idiot. We escape our subjectivity as soon as we escape our own prejudices and biases, and view the world without any emotional bias involved. And we can do that. Intelligence is quite capable of objectively describing something without emoting on every goddamn element of its existence. So, you know, it was just, you know, I don't want to say it's the stupidest fucking response video I've ever gotten, but it was the most manipulative and distortive. I mean, you know, you didn't even come close to arguing any of the important points. And the important point is that you are of the religion of nature. You say nature has no purpose, no meaning, no anything, and you sanctify it, you glorify it, and say we should just live by that pattern. And that there's purpose in doing that, merely because you're addicted to doing it. Just deal with the real fucking issue, all right? Point out how we are not, okay, by nature, designed to be addicted to this fucking thing called life, to this process of living, and then attempt to give me some rational purpose, reason why a human being, looking at this circumstance, okay, wouldn't think that that stupid reality of an illegitimate birth wouldn't be something they need to overcome. Yeah, there's a world here, and there is the stuff that matters. I mean, I can pose a simple question to you. Is consciousness a significant development in the evolution of life on Earth? I mean, does it make a significant difference? Are you going to be stupid enough to say consciousness doesn't add anything significant to this mixture? I mean, you couldn't be that stupid. It's a fucking truth. It's a fucking truth that it changes the dynamic. It's a meaningful fucking event. And it is just commonsensical to sit there and add the words that, well, if consciousness is significant, the reason why it's significant is because of the vulnerability suffering provides. If it wasn't for the ability to things to be harmed, that's what gives it goddamn meaning. That's what makes it mean something. And it is the perception of avoiding harm, the perception of trying to seek comfort that motivates every living fucking idiotic conscious creature on this planet. That's the game. That's what consciousness changes. That's how consciousness changes the organism. It now has something internal to run away from. And what it's running away from is hurt, suffering, pain, unpleasantness. And it's just stupid for you to sit there and throw all that out and say, I'm not going to deal with any of those realities. I'm just going to try to say that anybody else who says anything different than me is an authoritarian. You know, if they're disputing any of my mumbo-jumbo bullshit, they're an authoritarian. Well, fuck you. I mean, it's a bullshit argument. What the fuck are you doing pronouncing your opinions on YouTube? You trying to manipulate the minds of men? Is that all you're doing? You're just trying to brainwash people? Or are you trying to enlighten them? You're trying to make them think better? I'm not trying to make people submit to my authority. I'm trying to seep into their brains some kind of logic, some sort of understanding. All right? And that's all I'm trying to do. So really, fuck you and your implications. They're just bullshit. All right? So grow some balls. Deal with the real fucking issues brought up here. All right? And don't keep playing your goddamn fucking games. Your fucking word manipulation games. Deal with the realities. Okay? Did we evolve through a natural selection process? And is our fucking psychology designed to make us consume and reproduce? Are those the fucking, is that the truth or not the truth? You dumb bastard.